I was muted. Lovely, lovely, lovely. I don't know why it muted me. That is weird. Was talking to myself for quite a time there. Glorious. Me, myself, and I thoroughly enjoyed it. We are getting a Wood Elf mirror match, which is just the greatest game ever. So good, so good. Out of you. Ooh, ooh, ooh. All right, I think we're gonna get Zach in here. Then I think we're gonna call it there, especially because I have like 50 billion different little stream bits to like somehow piece together on stream. All right, game is going. It's our problem free philosophy. Wood elf mirror match. Why? Why? What is this? What is this match? Match up. Death from above. Last samurai type shit. Wild riders running in, just oh he hoo he ha, and then just like a billion arrows just coming in and shred them. I guess the rain's a filter because you can't like zoom in on. Hey, okay. Alright, let's get that little tab. Got the Wild Riders. How many? Four of them. One being the Hunters of Kurnos with Guardian and something else. Frenzy, right? The rest of them are. No, they do. What else do they have? They have Guardian. That's all you need to know. Oh, this is gonna be interesting. Okay, so besides the Sisters of Thorn and Wild Riders and what seems to be 3 or 4 Druids, Dryads, we got a good old Loix Tricksters with Orion and a Spellslinger of Life who is brought. Looks like Earthblood and Regrowth, and then a Circlet thing which gives some mana regen, rather. And then we have Michelle's Apache build, which has a Branch Wraith, Darthu, about 4 Treekin, one being the Firebark Elders, 2 Dryads, or 2 Dryads, and a Tree Man. Yeah, this is gonna be fun. See a little blob versus a little have spam thing. No particular. Oh, and 2 Dryads, fully chevroned up in the wilderness, waiting to strike, waiting to pounce. This is gonna be. I don't know how Wild Riders do cycle charging wise against Treekin. If they don't do well, I think this is gonna be very hard for Aristodamos to do anything about. Considering he doesn't have any AoE and also doesn't have any missiles. pressure. Sisters of the Thorn. They're definitely not going to be enough to deal with the velocity. Monstrosity of a blob. All this physical resist. Dreaming. And the lower tricksters run away in fear. This firebark. Cool. A little fire trail behind too. Oh, here come the Wild Riders coming in for a charge. They didn't appear to do jack shit, and they took a little bit of damage, but the Dryads are coming in. So, this made this round begin. See what this Cav army can do. Oh, there appears to be a little the Gehenna's Golden Hounds or Ryan's Hounds or whatever he just cast. That'll actually mulch through some of the Dryads, right? Get some of their physical resistance down. Maybe some rear charges on this blob might be useful as well. All the hundreds of Kurnos getting intercepted by these Dryads, but Dryads are definitely going to take the worst of it. Off the charge, but God, what is this blob? What is this blob? We're actually seeing a Curse of Ender here. Okay, but also who's casting this? The Spellsinger? No, there's got to be something. What is it? I'm smoking. It's the Branch Wraith. Okay. Why is it getting the Curse of Ender? Oh, I'm stupid. Scissors of the Thorn. Right. They have that ability. I don't know where they are. The Thorns. Very confused. What's going on? There we go. Scissors of the Thorn. They have Curse of Ender, right? Yep. It's actually with the surround and like rear pounding that the Wild Riders and Sisters of Thorns are doing. They're doing pretty good against the Dryads. Not so much about the Treekin and the big ol' F off Tree Man. I'm back now, by the way, ready to go. With the spirit of the Treebeard. Right. Yeah, the Hetland has definitely let the Treebeard into his life a little too much. At least the armies are semi-different, you know? Both have druids, but one's Cav, one's just the spammeroni of the Treekins. Glorious. This is like what PETA wants in real life, right? One day Mother Nature will come back and smite us all for our wrongdoing. Destroy us all. But so far, the Dryads are sort of holding up for Aristo, but Aristo's main line is definitely weaker, right? Looks Tricksters are actually doing pretty good. Do they have magic damage? I forget. No. Two have armor piercing and anti-large, so they should be doing okay against the Treekin and stuff. His Wild Rider is definitely depleted though from all that rear charging and charging headfirst into Treekin. Not gonna do too much against him for the late game, I think. Ooh! Hammer Spear or something weird? That was. Really don't know what that was. Was that? I'm not sure. Something for sure. But we're coming down to it, I think. If I was a gambling man, play Blood Bowl, I would say that one's probably gonna win. I'm just gonna go ahead and say it. I don't think Aristo has enough the right tools to kill the Treekin or Dirthy or the Tree Guy. I think both were kind of expecting maybe a traditional build of somewhat. I regret my army choice. Why did I pick these Dryads? You out-memed me. That was pretty much a good summary of what happened here. Got out-memed. And get out-memed, nothing left to do. Just YOLO charge and shame. Shame for display, is that? Okay. Oh. Scooting. I don't think the Sisters of the Thorn Javelin are going to be able to bring Aristo back into the fight at this point. This was last heroic charge of the Wild Riders. There's just no way. There's no way. There's no way Aristo could win, really. Earthy's just gonna paddle that booty. Big fuck off sword, and then Orion. Although having, you know, I think he has anti-large, correct? Well, yeah, he has anti-large. He could do some damage in a different scenario against Earthy. Like, Earthy's surrounded by guys, Orion comes and starts shanking him in the shin. Nice amount of damage. How much does physical resistance do? 20%. That's the same for Tree Man? Yeah. Pretty good. Pretty damn good. Orion, the last bastion of hope, is getting crumped. Crumped to death. Yeah. I don't think there's a way, really, for Trista to pull that back. There's like... try to get more clean rear charges, but even that was kind of hard, because he had those Vanguard Dryads. No missiles. No magic damage. Yeah, there's very little Arista could do with that build. So the meme, the legend, the man himself, Shetland, has taken 2-0. Or 2-0. There's just 2. There's no losing. There's no losing. You're out. I think he is... He's not quite up to... No, he's not quite up to Taco. Taco is 4. So it goes Taco, Shetland, in the rankings. Let me mute myself for a second, lads. Alright, I'm back. It is you, Zach. Zach, you're the... Zach, you... Zach... Good, I believe. He's arrived, he's done it. Aristo's popped back in. Alright. Okay. See what Zach picks here. Excellent. Ah, it's this one. Yeah, that's a good map. I like ye. I approve. Born approve. If I'm saying that a lot, it's because it's the voice line in Medieval 2 mod called Beginning of the End Times, Warhammer conversion mod, and whenever you play Khorne, like this line that some of the Chaos words, Khorne approves. cheesy, goofy Chaos Man voice. Oh yeah, no problem, man. Taco, you are currently the leader, so you're leaving a champion thus far. Well done. Um, Hope you can come around for another one soon. I don't know. I'm gonna be just streaming these, I guess, whenever SOTEK fails to pull through, or maybe just start doing them like after his tournaments or a day after. Tony versus Tomb Kings. I have not seen this lot. All honesty, not witnessed too many of these battles. Um, I would imagine Job Degrade Bar probably pick. Imagine also there's going to be some psychology warfare with how much Cav Shetland is. As the chaff and the infantry for Bretonia actually probably stack up pretty okay-ish versus the Tomb Kings, right? Battle Pilgrims, I think they're immune to Psych. They got Frenzy, I think. So they're immune to Psych for a little bit. So they probably stack it pretty well. I mean, you could probably surprise them, right? But then the obvious choice is like, do you go traditional Monster Mash with Tomb Kings to just terror and just beat the crap out of the Bretonian front line and then try to goon the Cav? But if Bretonia brings a lot of Cav, then it's a bit hard to goon them. But then that's kind of like, you know, the nitty gritty of the matchup, right? I think Archon. I mean, Cetra's probably good. See what the old boys pull out. Do miss them indeed. Shetland appears to be ready. See if Zach is. Also, I'm unbeatable. Perfect spend. Oh, right. Yeah. Sorry, Shetland. All right. It's time. Tapped out. I think tapping out in the middle of the loading screen is whilst streaming is a recipe for disaster. Not recommended. But do not think what caused the crash. I think the crash was just seems also that much. Honest. I will survive. Hey, hey. Okay. Alrighty there, dude. This is a very elite army on the Tomb Kings. We got 2 sepulchral stalkers. No, 1. Being the eyes of the desert. Magic ammunition, good weapon strength with anti-large, and missile damage. Skeleton horseman archers. 4 tomb card halberds. 1 tomb scorpion. 1 necrotech. 1 Cetra the imperishable, with it looks like, oh, a whole host of. We got, I know, the Cursed Blades icon. We got Incantation of Protection. The Eusep's Incantation of Desiccation. Very nice. Blade of Petra. Explodey. course, his good old curse. Okay. Huh. Right. Right. There's a Grail Reliquary on each flank of this. Looks like a bunch of men-at-arms polearms. We got a Damsel Beast in here with the Pan's Impenetrable Pelt and that other spell. We got Alberic, of course, with his mighty trident. And the Beast Slayers and the Holy Wardens. And let's see what else. Yeah, do we got anything else? No? Okay. Jetland coming out with the memeiest of tastes. Can he pull out another meme win? Can it happen? Although I don't think the dwarf counts as a seemed like a legit build from the sound of it. Wow, that is quite the aura. Whee! Hey, mob of peasants. They move. They're moving into the forest where it's safe, I guess. Sphinx and the good old Tomb Scorpion boys can deal with this. The honest, I feel like Setra's explosion could be just, I don't even know if it's going to be that effective. But I think it would be very entertaining if he went and exploded right in the middle. I want an explosion. That's what I want. I want a big AoE so I can just, oh Jesus Christ. So I can just see just heaps of blood, just gallons of blood flying everywhere, you know? Yeah, Kenna has Purple Sun. Yes, please. Please. Whenever a blob has been brought, there's never been, like, the punishment. Keep in mind, Shetland has brought 3 blobs, essentially. That Dwarfen was less of a blob, but, you know, more so of a kind of compact formation. Those are some interesting projectiles. They look pretty cool. Hey, they actually did some decent damage to the damsel who's covered all in there. Hey, Sphinx going in. 1 unit of Tomb Guard coming in. Scorpion Ring needs to go in. Rally. Popped. Setra's going in. I can't see what's happening because there's so much effects going on. Yeah, it's just a blob of horridness. You know, we're gonna. Yeah, okay. So I feel like Setra should probably go in and just explode just for our own entertainment. To actually win the game, I don't know. I guess you circle, rear charge or cycle charge with the big monsters, and just get as much DPS out of that archer as you can, and then just debuff the crap out of the stuff with the Setra. Ah, it's the mighty trident of Alberic. I still want to see an explosion. I want to still see the blade of Petra or whatever. I want to see it. These guys are getting buffed up with Wiston's Wild Form. There's on the tip of my tongue. I mean, they're doing okay, honestly. But with the Necrotect, wherever that other protects. He's just gonna be healing the skink as well, right? No, is that... Does he not have Necrotect? I swear he did. Ah, yes he does. Yes, he does. I knew it. Looking like the peasantry mob is gonna get worn down eventually. I want the explosion. I want this. What was that? Did he just pop it off? Might have been an idiot right there. I was just focusing on talking about stuff that really doesn't matter in this match. I mean, this is just like... Jetland is definitely good at bringing these builds that if you don't bring the proper, like a army that can deal with a lot of different things, he will just punish you, just being like, oh, you won't think I'll do this really ridiculous thing, so I'm gonna do it. Comes out. But honestly, what is this? That's, yeah. Honestly, this peasant blob is probably not going to be too great. I don't see it pulling out this game, just because Necrotech can like heal and do whatever he wishes to this Sphinx, and then he can just rear charge with the Sphinx and with the Scorpion. And I assume you want to either take out the Reliquaries or the Paladins, yeah, or like Damsel Beast. Kind of focus those guys out, get some charges, cycle charges in. The peasant mob getting ran down by the horseman archers. The dogs in the street that they are. Got another beautiful trident. Hey, that actually did some damage. That actually did a little bit of damage. And I mean, shit, who knows? This peasant mob might be able to, oh god, the chain route. Oh god, I think they all have expendable. There's some battle build. Might come back. They're routing though, they're not terrified. Not really good. But they're taking forever to run away, so maybe with Alberic's, you know, encouragement, they might be able to come back. Negative 20. Negative 20s though is not a good thing. I just think the monster mash is too much even for this blobo, anti-large. Because the thing is just like bracing in this game is kind of unfortunately not so good, right? And I mean in the blob obviously it's hard to brace because everything's getting shuffled around. Yeah, I just don't see the Bretonians pulling out, but they could. Support. The stalkers waited in, they just got wrecked. Hey! I mean, a lot of the Doomguard are starting to fade away. I mean, the monsters. At that point, Bretonia might have a chance. Bretonia or Alberic's still full health. Yeah. Yeah. Just a good old bash. Smash him up, smash him up. This is just like a big old rave, you know, big old mosh pit, Bretonian mosh pit. There, you know what? This is like a Gojira mosh pit, because Gojira's a French metal band. That's my name, but this is a blob of angry Frenchmen, so it fits perfectly, right? All listening to the band, mashing around, hitting each other with halberds, just like. Ah! And then some giant scorpion tries to come in and just like think he's the big king. Hell no. Although it does look like Shetland's blob doom is routed off finally. It ceased to be. It's just Alberic and his trusty paladin. R.I.P. the hopes and dreams of the all infantry. Bretonian build. Alright, Zach took it. So our current contestants for King of the Hill are Flying Taco with 4, Shetland with 2, and then Zach just took his first game. Now I think I can only do one more max. Um So if Romulan wants to hop in, or whoever hasn't gone, who is can hop in, and it's gonna be first come first serve because this is the last one of the day. Whoever wants to pop in here who hasn't gone, really meant to have such on. Yeah. So I maybe I'm still working on the film. You know, it was a valiant effort. I'll say that. I'll give you this one. Wasn't a misclick. Audrey's hopping in here. Okay. Well, this will be our final matchup of the day. Final match. Alright. Who will do it? Who will take the final match of the King of the Hill Slumbering Slann the tournament? King of the Hill tournament. Tourney King of the Hill. Okay. My energy is crawled down to a low. I haven't eaten today, so I'm very, very. Oh, actually, no, I have eaten. Just a little amount, though. Okay. Yes, I really like that system. Shetland, I don't think I caught your opinion of it. I would like your opinion. Choose the map and then choose the then pick and ban, and obviously in like a tourney, you'd have your map pool. So obviously they couldn't just choose some random map, right? But Pillar Bone. Okay. Stay golden, pony boy. No, that's a classic book. If it's Pillar Bone, the Pillar Bone is in the Badlands. There must be a wah. Indeed. I 100% agree. There's Rome 2 where you can dismount Cav, and then you could get some dismounted Grill Guard. Yeah, that'd be pretty funny. It'd be pretty ridiculous. Like dismounted Grail Knight. Wrong KF. Assume they'd lose their like anti-large though. They wouldn't be just like running around with lances on. How about the and just like try to lance. That's as much as. Oh god, are they both going greenskins? Oh no. Why is this? Why is this happening to me? Oh, all the mirror matches. Oh no. Too much. This is too much power. Too much greenskin power. You know what I wish was a mechanic? Is the more greenskins that you brought, the more like a slight buff to your Winds of Magic, because I don't know if it works like this in tabletop, I forget, but more like orcs you have around, the more like psychic energy or Winds of Magic they bring around them. They're all kind of like conduits for it. So that's why like shamans with big was are like super strong. Feed off of all the orky magic around. For my micro's sake, it gets will be crump this day. Gets will be crump. Alright. Alright, let's get this clown fiesta like on the move. Alright. One time I will be muting my as my grip. Alright, I'm back, boys. I am back. No, I just had to talk with some peeps real quick. Nothing to do with you, Aristo. Although it is your fault. It had nothing to do with you, but it is your. Let's go into the army compositions game. Black orcs, 4 of them. 1 being the Crimson Killers, or the Zaxbane. Crimson Killers are nasty piece of work now. Pretty brutal. The 2 nasty skulkers on the flanks. We got a Wurzag with the little the pincushion, Wah, here we go, Brain Busta looks like, and a good old Gaze of Mork. And Orc Error Boys, not a pick I think you see often. Night Goblin Squig Hoppers, of course, one of my favorite units. Mogrubs, Mangy Marauders, very good armor piercing little skirmish unit there. Of course, and a Night Goblin Shaman with whatever, Vindictive Glare. That's the one. Alright, now going on to, we have Grimgor Ironhide. I had a feeling that he was coming out to play today. Goblin Big Boss, on foot, surprisingly. Very weird. On foot, yeah. 2 Trolls. A Squig Herd Feral, like. We got 3 or 4 Goblins, just regular with the Silver Shield. Bendable. We got only 2, looks like 2 Black Orcs with a Savage Orc, placing it to the other side. Another Squig Herd, and it doesn't look like a caster. Got Aristo. Things I don't. Just ruining my day, this guy. Alright. This would help. Forest Goblin Spider Rider on each flank, deployed for Padres as well. And then 1 Durkit Squigs in the back. Or a 3rd Forest Goblin Spider. That rounds out his. Here's, we have another Squig. I'm just missing all sorts of stuff. We have Vanguard just out the ass today. Rearing to go. It's no Teeth Robbers though. Few of the they just say Night Goblins. I think that's just a glitch. That is the 8-peak loonies. Unbreakable. And they have the better Fanatic version, of course. I wasn't AFK necessarily. Talking with. Needed to not have that conversation be. Log is here. I agree, dude. Oh, that flashed off and on. We're having a good old Crump Fest, although I don't think Padres is going to win the frontline engagement, being both outmanned on the Black Orc front and Crimson Killers on the field. Do some pretty heavy crumping, if I do say so myself. Major Marauders coming in to do some skirmish fire against something. Maybe just the Night Goblins, I don't know if that's worth it. Orc Goblin Spider Riders coming in hot though, smacking into the Orc Arrow Boys as the Squig Herd smacks into the Black Orcs. Nice damage on the charge, but also just getting frenzied and then just going to get pounded on. Wog going off for both hot and heavy. Trolls and Squigs going into the Black Orcs. He's getting some good charge disruption, which is very useful. But he's still outmanned a little bit in just armor piercing department. These Black Orcs are coming in, still hanging strong with the Trolls. Not Dark Squigs, regular Squigs coming in with nasty Skulkers for reinforcements. Mainline's actually going to Padres here. Just the way he layered his charges with the Squigs is paying off dividends, even if these Crimson Killers are just bashing on the Savage Orcs. Wurzag, his magics appear not to be put to too much good use here. I would have liked to see like a cheeky Foot of Gork or something, like exploding those guys right there. But no dice. I don't think he even brought it. It was just Brain Busta, maybe. There. We got Squig here, and looks like Padres is just collapsing on Zach's front. Like both ends, the layered troll charge is just putting in work against these Black Orcs. No doubt about it. And the two black orcs that he had, he definitely made count, as there was no chaff in the front of Zach's army. So it was just straight into the black orcs, and then secondary charge with more black orcs and trolls and what have you. Very, very. Looks like Zach just got completely mollywopped on the front line, which was essentially the core of his army. So I think this is a pretty swift GG. Mo Grubs fending off the spiders, fighting for their lives. I just don't think. I don't think we have enough oomph in the Bloody Hand tribe this day, even if the Crimson Killers are just continuing to put in work against all sorts of creatures. But yeah, once these black orcs come in, get us around, Squig Herd, shouldn't be too long. Unger Ironhide should probably already be getting in here, tossing some black orc salad, showing them how to be real tough boys. Yeah, this is GG. I think. Where's Zach running for his life? Ooh, nice little brain burst. A little too late though, and also Footed Gork is just way better for this. Obviously, it's more readable, and you see it. But in the middle of battle, you never know. You can probably sometimes catch your opponent off guard, right? So we see the Bloody Hands just running for their lives. Crimson Killers getting surrounded. Everything getting pretty much chased off. This was just a mollywopping, dude. No way around it. Wah. Just so much crumping, so much wah. Captain Crump. His day to shine. Captain Crump here is Grimgor. Pretty brutal. I will tell you what. Both mirror matches we've had today, very one-sided. One's either just like just fought the other, or the builds were just too wildly different for one to compete. So, yeah, GG to Zach, GG to Hadres. Very well done on the layered charge Hadres had. He threw in the trolls, threw in some gobos, and then came in with the black orcs. Wrap up once the Zach's front line was pretty bashed and crumped already. Look at those Crimson Killers, even in a disadvantageous position at the end there. Putting in that work. Alright. That has been the Slumbering Slann, King of the Hill. That was to Alright, so the final score, we had Flying Taco at 4, Shetland at 2, Zach at 1, and Hadji's at 1. That is our lineup for today, boys. And catch you guys probably on the next stream. If you guys want to tune into Blood Bowl at any point. I will be Blood Bowling. I will be doing stuff around town, and hopefully do some more of these. I think maybe like a day after, like Saturdays or what have you, for like after SOTEKs, just in case he doesn't have it, or just make it its own separate thing eventually. All right, there it is, boys. Have a good one. Catch you guys later. Yeah, wah. I'm not even an attempt to wah. Bad. Very bad. Not a good. Be ashamed for. Alright, see ya.